Happy New Year, great Nigerian students. I'm Comrade Gideon, President of the National Association of Nigerian Students in the Turkish Republic Zone. I want to give a short message to guide us in this new year. And the message is simple, and I'm going to try as much as I can to keep it short. The message is in response to some of the vices that we are experiencing or we are witnessing happening in the Turkish Republic Zone, particularly because of the frequency of the police reports we've been getting, or because of the frequent calls that we've received from ourselves to the police to help somebody in trouble, to help somebody facing certain things. Putting all that together, 2020 was a very, very busy year for all of us because a lot of cases, heightened. There was a lot of issues that came on board for that year. So for this year, the watchword for us is to be careful as much as we can. And I want to really send a strong message to specific categories of or specific groups. This year is definitely and without any doubt going to be a tough year for certain categories. The first category I want to mention is for this sex trafficking arrangement and prostitution arrangement. This is definitely going to be a tough year. So we've seen cases like this. So people arrange for someone to come from back home into the Turkish Republic Zone, or particularly into North Cyprus, for that they make an arrangement. So they pay their expenses, process their admission, and then when they come in here, they unveil their real motive. So they go prostitute, make some money for that person. Well, you may want to ask, is prostitution an offense? Well, let's leave that to the laws of the land to actually define. But what we have seen is that most of the victims who actually come in for this purpose are actually humiliated by their host, and they are actually beaten, and several other things come into play. Their dignity is being deprived, their passports are seized. So some of these things are coming into light. I want to send a caution to actually people involved into or assisting or as agents. You are processing admission and you're not careful of who is coming. You just want to make your money. It's time to pay attention to all of this so that you bring genuine students, because sometimes these papers are actually falsified. Every document is fake, and they find a way to come in here. They liaise with, it's a big network, so you liaise with different categories of people, and then the person find themselves here. Now, the second category I'd want to actually send this message to is we have received reports of rise in cult activities. Sometimes we get called, we need to go and help this person, we need to help this person, the police have taken this person. But when we get there, we find that sometimes our hands are tied because the police is actually confirming that this person is involved in a cult clash or that and this. We want to really and truly, I can tell you, with the information that we've gathered from the government also, and from what we know, this year is definitely going to be a tough year for these activities on this island. The next category I'd want to mention is the Yahoo, like we know, the fraudulent activities that are happening here, or we call it Yahoo, we call it G or G+, whatever that category is. This year is actually going to be a tough year. The government has mentioned to us some times ago, they brought our attention to some things and then mentioned to us that they are setting up a cyber governance, so that will help to actually check. The reason that this Yahoo, the bad thing that the Yahoo, among many other things that the Yahoo is doing to some of us who are not into, is that it makes life a little bit difficult for others. For example, somebody who gets money through Yahoo, not mindful of how he spends it anyhow. When a landlord, a caretaker, a house owner, or an agent sees a Nigerian coming to rent a house, I've had cases where the price is even almost doubled because they think we are all the same. Everybody's making money through internet. What I experienced is I've gone to a mechanic with someone so that we can get a car fixed for a friend, and then the person said, this is internet maga. So there is this stigma, there is this disease, this stain that we have rubbed on ourselves, and everybody thinks that everyone is making money through that means. At the same time, to balance it off, we acknowledge the efforts, the genuine efforts of people who are striving hard to make money genuinely. We have some of our people who are doing several things here. Congratulations to them. They are into hairdressing, they are into several things. Time would not allow us to mention. So we want to commend their effort. We have people working in bakeries and several other establishments. So congratulations to them. So definitely this year is going to be a tough year for this category. The last category I want to mention is drugs. A lot of our people are into drugs. And like I've mentioned some time ago, and I still hold it as a view, these deaths that we have been seeing recurring, now and over is usually, to my assessment, and I do that with taking diligence to many factors, are usually as the result of drugs. Not all of them, but most of them, a high number of them, is because of drugs. And I want to appeal to parents or guardians who have their wards, especially in North Cyprus. You have to check on what these children are doing. Check on your children, check on your wards. What are they doing? What kind of life are they living? Know they are housemates. It's good to have that control, because sometimes the children leave home and they are saints in our eyes. But when they are here, they become something else, and we still see them as saints, and then we have no system to check on what they are doing. We have children coming here at the age of 16, 17. It's good to know, it's good to assign these children to somebody who will be looking after them and giving report to you. So this is very important. We don't want to have deaths again due to any kind of reason such as we have mentioned of any of us. As we hope that the year becomes a very good year, it's good that we also play our part to ensuring that the year is indeed a very, very good year for all of us. So we are all here to support, and we will try our best to support using every means that we have, be it the contacts and every access that we have. Our commitment is to ensure that the welfare of the students are actually improved, and that is what we are trying to achieve. Thank you so much for your effort, and we hope that this year is going to be a prosperous year for all of us. A happy new year once again, and I'm Comrade Gideon Jude, President of the National Association of Nigerian Students, Turkish Zone. God bless you.